This movie starts off this way, then goes this way, then goes this way. So much twists and turns you would never, and I believe never. Good day guys, I'm yours truly, the original Spy Kitty, and welcome here to another edition of a Trini Reaction 2. As you know, this is the place where we feature the best in foreign language song, dance and film out of India, Southern India, 90% of the times. Now today guys, I will not be doing a reaction to any video, but I will be giving a review to the movie Agent Sai Srinivasa Athreya, starring Naveen, Polishetty, Shriti Sharma, and Suhas, among others. Now this film was directed by Swaroop RSJ, and the screenplay is also by him and Naveen Polishetty. Now it says here on the overview that Sai Srinivasa Athreya, a Nellore-based detective, faces trouble when he investigates the case of an unidentified body found near a railway track. Now that is basically what the film is about. I did the trailer reaction on Sunday morning. I recorded it on Sunday morning and dropped it on Sunday night Trinidad time. I said after I did the reaction, I said, listen, I rewatched the trailer and I said, wow, I want to watch this film. And I went and I found out that it was available to me, so I looked at it. And boy was I happy. This film was so enjoyable. It was so much fun watching. It was so engaging. It is a what you call a comedy, thriller, mystery film. So well balanced and so unpredictable. I have seen many films and oftentimes they are very, very predictable. This script is unpredictable. The acting in this is absolutely outstanding when it comes to Naveen Polishetty. He is amazing. The direction of the film, superb. I really, really enjoyed this film. And the background score was like, wow. This guy, I think his name is, let me see if I have it here, is Mark Robin. Yes, Mark Robin did a fantastic job when it comes to the score of this film. Right, so with that said, this will be a non-spoiler review. I'll try my best to keep it non-spoiler, because if I give out any secrets of this film, it will spoil the experience of this film. So if you watch this review tonight or whenever you watch this, and if you haven't seen the movie, do not go and see any videos on it or read up anything on it. Go into it blindly like I did. You will not be disappointed. You will have real fun watching this film. It's amazing. Now the film's really is about Agent Sai, and I have some notes here. I just had to look down on it because I want to stay on track and I don't want to be running all over the place, right? So I have a note that Agent Sai, who is a small, what you call him, a small town detective, and he has a small office, and he is solving small cases, and he's looking for that big break. He's looking for that big case, and he has no money. Even though he has no money, with the film open up with him recruiting a sidekick, like someone to assist him in his investigations and so forth. And what he does, he look at a lot of television, he look at a lot of movies and hone his skills by doing that. And when I saw that, I remember George Kuti one time, because you know George Kuti watches a lot of film. That's the guy from Dirsham and Mohanlal's character, and how he uses what he saw in films to get out of situations. This is a bit different in that our character do watch a lot of films and all that, but he's using it to solve cases and to solve mysteries and all that, and it's so well done. So what happens in this film, Agent Sai gets a tip-off to come and check out an unidentified body that is found lying at a railway track. Only now, when he goes and shows up on the scene, he has now become the #1 suspect of the murder. And he is held in prison, and now it's up to him, his sidekicks, and his friends who he make while on a journey to solve this case and to clear his name and to solve a huge dark case as well. Now what this film does really well is that the script is so unpredictable. This movie starts off this way, then goes this way, then goes this way. So much twists and turns, you would never, and I believe never, figure out this case until Agent Sai solves this case for you. That is how brilliant this movie is. This film also, what did really well to me is that Agent Sai, our character, he's a brilliant detective. I tell you, he is brilliant. He's fantastic. He's a genius. When you see him at his work, you would instantly be drawn to him. You would love him. He's fantastic. It's like Patrick Jean of The Mentalist meet Dick Tracy meets Sherlock Holmes. That is how good he is. He's just fantastic, this character. And as he begins trying to solve this case in order to free his name after he gets bail, you find that the plot thickens and gets darker and darker and more sinister as the film goes along. I tell you, you will be in for a hell of a ride when you watch this movie. It's that good. What I also enjoy in this film was the score. The score of this film was done by a guy called Mark Robin. I have it written down here so I won't forget his name. Brilliant. I love the music and the background score of this film. Now, this film doesn't have any spectacular item numbers in terms of song, but in terms of the background score and all that, fantastic. There is one scene in this film, it's my favorite scene in the movie. It's in the first half of the film, where it is Agent Sai and his sidekick Sheena, who's played by Shriti Sharma, played it really well as well. They are chasing two suspects. They are trailing them, and boy, the score picks up, and all of a sudden it just elevates this film. All of a sudden it's just like, wow, it was so good that you thought that, you know, as they trail them, as they go behind them and trying to figure out how they are tied into this case and into this murder and all that, you know, you're afraid for them that if they will get caught. But the way it was done so brilliant, and the sound made it so much more engaging and edge of your seat like. It's really fantastic. It's one of my favorite scenes in the film, and all had to do with that background score. Just fantastic. Also, what I truly enjoyed in this film was Naveen Polishetty's acting. His performance in this film is exceptional. He played that character so well. You will be drawn to him. He is funny, he is witty, he's quick on his feet, he can think things out rather quickly. He's a genius, but the way it was played, there is one scene when he is in jail. It's not a spoiler. He's in jail, and his sidekick comes in and his friend comes in to get his bail, and he just speaks in an English accent. It's just brilliant. When you hear it, you're like, wow, this guy is really talented. He's just great. I really enjoyed his performance, and I think you will do as well if you don't know of him. This is my first film seeing him, and it was he was really good. Although I've seen the trailer for Jati Ratnalu and all that, I never seen a film with him, and I didn't see that film as well, and I want to see it now that I've seen this. I definitely want to watch that. So he's a bit naive as well, but that's alright. Yeah, just really good at what he does. Also, what I really enjoyed in the film also was that how they were able to tie in his tragedy. He experienced a tragedy at the beginning of the film, and I won't tell you what it is, and then we get the revelation of what that tragedy was, and then that was tied in also into the case. Just brilliant. The way they weaved that into the story was absolutely, I didn't see it coming. And I'm glad they did it, because it just didn't feel like something they just did for his character, but how it felt in the overall plot of the film was just exceptional. It was writing at its best, and this is what Indian cinema has lacked for many years. For the ones that I would have seen, they never have really strong scripts, except recently. Well, Bahubali is something of a different level, and Narishma Saira was really exceptional. Pink was good, and also Vakil Saab was good. So there have been some good scripts that people have done and I have seen and was good, but this is just as good. And one thing I really liked, as I said before, is that it was so unpredictable. It's something you would never see coming, the way they weave it and had you going this way and had you going this way and had you going this way with the story. It was just brilliant. Intrigue of a thriller, edge of your seat vibes. It just was so well done and well balanced film. Also, the side characters that we had in the film, although at times it felt like they didn't have much to do, they were in the film. It's not like they just popped up and just disappeared. Like Sina's character, which is the sidekick of Agent Sai, she was there throughout the film, and she was, as I said, involved in that chase that I really loved, and she had some little things to do. There was a police officer that got involved in the case. He had some things to do in terms of how his character was able to help the investigation by reaching out to certain people and his contacts and all that. That was good. And Suhas showed up in the film. He's a character in the film. I was really happy when I saw him because I only had seen him in the trailer for Color Photo, and I did a song, I believe, from Color Photo, and all. But I think his character was somewhat didn't have much to do, but I did enjoy him in the movie, and it was somewhat funny. When you watch it, you would understand. It was so funny. He was just like Agent Sai. It was just hilarious in the beginning when they were introduced. When introduced his character, it was just, you have to see it to understand what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying my best not to spoil anything in this film. I want you to go watch it and come back and make a comment below and say, yes, Spikey D, this is an awesome film. Yeah, if you're hearing a little dog in the background, that's my neighbor's dog, alright? I really can't do anything about taking it out even after post. Before I go there, just two things I want to mention. There were some things that I had a little issue, and it's just minor issues. It didn't spoil the film, it didn't ruin the experience, it didn't change how I feel about this film. It's just that coming to the ending, we saw a lot of what you call exposition, or we saw that, not exposition, but we saw a lot of explanation, and the way that Agent Sai was able to solve the case and how he explained it, I thought that was done a lot coming to the ending of the film, how he was tying up the loose ends and solving the case. I felt that it was just being told to us, but I didn't mind it, to be honest. It didn't spoil or ruin the film, but that is a minor issue I had with it. But he is so brilliant that when he did do it, they did have something to fall back on when he's beginning to say, well, this happened so, and this happened this way, and this happened this way. Yeah, it was just great. And the way how they did it, it didn't feel forced to anything. I'm not saying that it felt forced or anything like that. I'm just saying that was one minor issue I had, and I thought probably some of the side characters could have a little more to do and not just sit back and take his word for it, as they would say. Yeah, those just two minor issues, but apart from that, it was great. He was the star of the show, everybody else was okay. This is a solid film, and everything about it was solid, as a real solid film, and definitely one I would strongly recommend. It's a fantastic Telugu language film. I really enjoyed it. And now I'm going to give my rating. I give this out of 10. I will give this I'll give it an 8. An 8 out of 10. That is what this film to me I think that's a great score. That's a score that is fair to this film. And yeah, that's just my quick short review to this film. Next time I'll try to be a little more structured, a little better for you guys. It's just I saw it just Sunday night, Sunday evening, and I wanted to get it out today. Hopefully you guys would have watched it and stayed to the end. And if you did, please let me know what other movie you think that I should watch and give a review on. I do have something coming up hopefully later in the week in terms of a film that I did see, and it was fantastic. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by today and checking out my review to Agent Sai Srinivasa Athreya. Yeah, oh, I know I get the name wrong. Yeah, if you do like this review, like, share, subscribe, and do tell a friend. Keep coming back for more. I'm yours truly, Spikey D. Wherever you all are in the world, stay safe, remain in good health, and see you all very soon. Do take care and peace out.